Hi friends, I'm Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Monday giveaways and Q&A. And we're going to fly some Tinywhoops. We're going to continue to try to figure out which camera I like the best. I'm super interested in the Tinywhoop Pinchcam, but I've flown the majority of the batteries over the last year with the Runcam Nano 3. So yeah, we're gonna fly some batteries towards the end of the stream probably, but the big item tonight, of course, is 4 giveaways, 3 for patrons, 1 based on Super Chat and PayPal. If you want to get in on 1 or all 3 of the Patreon giveaways, head on over to CiottiFPV.com, and there's a link to my Patreon page, or you can just go to Patreon and search for CiottiFPV and you'll find me. The $5, $10, and $20 a month tiers will get you entered into 1 giveaway tonight, and then 2 Mondays from now, and then 2 Mondays from then, 2 Mondays from then, 2 Mondays after that. Oh, and another 2 Mondays after that, and then The $5 a month tier will enter you to win Tinywhoop and toothpick stuff. The $10 a month tier will enter you to win 3-inch biker brushless and Cinewhoop stuff. The $20 a month tier will enter you to win 5-inch parts. There's a $30 tier, $30 and up. If you fly all those things, and you want to really support a gangly fella trying to be a full-time FPV donkey, the $30 and up tiers will enter you into everything. So you'll be entered into 6 giveaways a month. Those folks win a lot. It's $1 a day, and then when you win, you know, it can be upwards of $50 or $60 or $70 worth of stuff. So that covers a couple of months. And then if you win again, you know. In the chat, Tracy Pippinger, McConnell Studios, Tommy BFPV, Sleepy CBR, Justin the Guy, Frank Nicholas, Danzilla the Terrible, Kiz Bartlett Stavel, Gangly Ganger, Me Boaz, Danzilla the Terrible again, Carclux FPV, Eva is in the house. What's up, Eva FPV? Johnny Cat, Danzilla the Terrible, Ed K, Riot 9, CMYK is here, Grizz FPV, Chris Long, B-Man, William Loesch, Richard, Aaron Muller, Riot 9. I'm going to leave it there. If you want the gangliest of gangliest to read your name, you got to come into the chat early and say something, anything. If you want to talk directly to me, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV into your comment. That way it lights up in orange, and I know that you're talking to me. Otherwise, I'll assume that you're speaking amongst yourselves, which you should, because the folks that hang out in my chat are brilliant. Great pilots, great builders, super smart. So yeah, if you ask a question in chat and you get some answers here, you can usually really trust those answers. In some cases, more than my answer. That does not hold true for many other places. I'm looking at you, Facebook. Don't ever trust anything that you read on Facebook in general, especially FPV related. If you ask a question on Facebook, 80% of the replies, if not more, are going to be just straight up wrong. So yeah, maybe don't ask questions on Facebook. If you do ask questions on Facebook and people answer, research those people. Most of the answers you're going to get are from people that just don't know anything. And that can cause you to, you know, waste money or waste time or get hurt, to be honest. So careful. Justin the Guy tagged me. He said, howdy, CiottiFPV and gang. Danzilla the Terrible says, heyo. And all you gangly jerks. Just kidding. I love you all. Kizball, it says, CiottiFPV and gangly gang. What's the word on the street? It's Wednesday. Wednesday is the word. Stavel says, last, what's up, gangly gang? Kevin James just survived. Thanks for the sub, Kevin. Appreciate it. Johnny Cat says, hello, CiottiFPV and Gangly Gang. Ed K says, good evening, Collective and CiottiFPV. CMYK says, what's up, Gangly Gang and CiottiFPV. Hey, by the way, the 4th giveaway is for anybody. So if you don't want to join my Patreon because you don't want me to be successful and, you know, live. If you want me to die, there's a 4th giveaway that I do every other Monday that is based on Super Chat and PayPal. It's $5 to get in, $10 to get in there twice. You got to wait until I say now, and this is not me saying now, even though I'm saying now, but this is not the actual me saying now. This is just me using the word now to explain the thing. Yep. Grizz FPV says, what's up? CMYK says, what's up, gangly gang? Ed K says, good evening, Collective and CiottiFPV. As you guys can probably notice, I'm feeling a little bit better than I was yesterday. Still in a weird headspace though. I didn't wake up quite as miserable as I did yesterday. But yeah, I don't know. My depressive episodes tend to last at least a few days, but hell of a lot better than it used to be. I mean, there was a point where it would be like months. Yeah, with a lot of work. It's now days, which is really nice. William Loesch says, good evening, Sir Gangly. Many people experience GoPro 11 Mini freezing and problems. Thoughts on this? And what action camera do you use these days for gig rigs? I'm still on a Hero 10. I also have a Hero 8. If it warms up a little bit, I want to go out and fly. and I'm gonna fly that Hero 8 freestyle, so that'll last about 1 day. And the plan was to bring that back to GoPro and replace it with an 11 mini. I have heard of the 11 mini freezing issues. It's a little creepy. I've also heard from a bunch of people that they work totally fine. So I don't know, man. It's interesting. If I do get one, I'm gonna test the shit out of it. Like, I'm gonna sit it here on the desk and just make it record, and do that like a bunch. Just cycle through the battery 10, 15, 20 times to make sure it doesn't have any of those issues. So yeah, and I mean, there's no real reason that if it... That's not true. I was about to say there's no real reason that if it doesn't do it here on the bench, it won't do it up in the air. But yeah, there's all kinds of reasons that it would happen up in the air, mainly vibrations. But I don't know, we'll see. Stavel says, got my BLV4 today. Thanks for showing me the plug-unplug battery 3 times to get it to work. You're certainly welcome, Stavel. I really wish that that Newbie Drone would pull that excerpt from the live stream down from their product pages, because I say something that's completely wrong in there because I was being facetious. But they have the clip from my live stream set to play after the 2 hours that we spent giving you the context. You guys want to talk about why short form content will be the end of the world? That is a good reason. The little clip of short form content that Newbie Drone has on both of their pages is me saying, no matter what version you have on your module, it doesn't matter at all. And that was me being an idiot, because for the last 2 hours we proved that to not be real. I've told them this. They think it's funny. So I don't know. They're going to be the ones that get the customer support calls, I guess. But not much I could do about it. Where are we at here? Stavel also says, power loop into the back of the truck. Oh man, that would be gnarly. Landing in the back of that little tiny K truck it's difficult. Admittedly, I was trying to film Patrick landing in the back of it and CiottiFPV landing in the back of it. I've gotten pretty good at throwing myself into it. But I prefer to film the truck. Like, it's after you've figured out how to land in the back of it, like, it's kind of like, okay, now what? And like trying to film the truck and like fly sideways and backwards is way more fun to me. So yeah. But power looping into the back of it, that'd be pretty gnarly. I am nowhere near that good of a pilot, though. Marcel Off Axis says, what is the highest VTX milliwatt I can get with a 1S battery? Which VTX? Thanks, bro. Man, that's a really good question, to which I have absolutely no idea the answer. My guess is going to be 400 milliwatts. 400 million watts. Are you, Marcel, are you talking about, like, on an AIO? If you're talking about a VTX that's built into an AIO, I do know the answer to the question. If you're just talking about a VTX in general, like a separate VTX, I actually have no idea. Most separate little VTXs require at least 5 volts. And so 1S probably won't. You know, sometimes they put those specs, but then you can run them below the spec and they're fine. But I've never tried it. I really prefer the VTX to be on board with the AIO. So yeah, if that's your question, 400 milliwatts seems to be the max that anybody has done. The X12 board has it. The new Newbie Drone board has it. That might be it. What is I think the Happy Model F4 regular boards that I really dig, I think those only go up to 200. But apparently all of these Happy Model boards, when you put them to their full power setting, they're just off the rails. Like they just basically send all the power that they've got to the VTX, and the actual output is wildly inaccurate from the numbers that they actually spec out. So yeah, if you want all the power, you're probably going to be best getting one of these Happy model boards, because they just, like, yeah, put crazy numbers out. Abraham says, what's up? Got the stickers and they kick ass. Hope you're well. Hope you're well as well. Aber, well as well. 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 Kevin James says, hello. What's up, Kevin? Kiz Bartlett says, now or meow? Are you saying meow? Do I look like a cat? CiottiFPV's in the house. What's up, Dan? How are you, man? Looking for a motor recommendation for a 3-inch Rip Squeak. I have the Toka 1505s on an already built-up Rip Squeak, and those motors are no longer available. Yeah, all my favorite motors have been discontinued. Although all my favorite everything has been discontinued. Like I had like a really solid, like, complete electronics package, top to bottom, with like really good flight controller, really good ESC, really good motors, really good frame, really good camera, and everything has been discontinued. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. This is one of the more frustrating things in the FPV world, is that, like, it takes a while to test stuff and figure out whether or not, like, you know, this flight controller, that ESC, this set of motors is durable and is going to hold up. And these manufacturers, like, they're so thirsty to stay on this hype train that they just discontinue stuff, and then they change the color or move something around, and they say, oh, the brand new flight controller, it's amazing, it's so great, look at the chips, they're in different positions, and it'll suck your dick. It won't. Most of the electronics are no better today than they were 2 years ago. So yeah, it's very, very annoying. And when they make all these changes, like, they don't really QC them. So, like, there's been a bunch of scenarios where I find a component that's really good, and then they update it, and they bring out a new version of it, and I'm like, oh, cool. It's 0.0000001% better. And then I get it, and it's garbage, because something that they changed was dumb. And they don't really test their stuff all that much. So, yeah, it's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Marcel off Axis says, separate VTX, not on a drone build per se. Ooh, man, I don't know. I don't know if any... I think you might have a hard time finding VTXs, separate VTXs, that are going to work down to... I mean, realistically, you need them to work down to 3.3 volts. I mean, not technically. You would really only need them to work down to 3.5 volts, but I don't think you're going to find anything that bottoms out at 3.5. I think it's going to bottom out at 3.3, because 3.3 is like a number that gets used a lot in electronics. I forget why. I think it's a low enough voltage where... My dad was telling me at one point, my dad being an electrical engineer for like 30 plus years and just a brilliant human being, he was telling me at one point they switched like the internal, and I could be wrong here, but this is probably pretty close, that at one point they had to switch the voltage that they run inside of circuit boards from 5 volts down to 3.3 volts, because they kept miniaturizing them, and at 5 volts components were so close together that the electricity was jumping, and by lowering it from 5 to 3.3 it prevented that from happening, and they were able to further shrink down electronics. I could be totally wrong about that, but there is something like that, and 3.3 volts is a number that gets used a lot on electronics, and it's perfect for 1S batteries, right? Because you're going to high voltage charge them up to like 4.4, and then they're going to dump all the way down. You want to try to pull them before they get to 3.5, but yeah. YouTube just did the thing, scrolling back up. Oh, I forgot about CiottiFPV's question. I went all ranty and forgot about the actual question. Tweet, I gotta be honest, man, I've been kind of blown away by 1404s lately. Axis and T-Motor have a 1404 that I'm a real fan of at the moment. So much so that I don't even have them on a rig right now. Yeah, they're sitting right here. Yeah, the Axis 1404s are some of my favorite motors right now for rip squeaks. They're not going to make quite as much power as those Tokas, but those Tokas kind of made too much power in a way. And yeah, those Axis 1404s are going to... what's interesting is that the Toka 1505s, they weren't a high enough KV to take advantage of the 3-inch props that we really have available, other than the 3052s, but they barely take advantage of those Gemfan props. The 1404s you can get in higher KVs, and those higher KVs do a better job with the 3-inch props that we have available to us. If you're going to build a 3.5-inch rig, the Toka 1505s become a better scenario, but the problem is we don't really have many 3.5-inch freestyle prop options, and the options that we do have are all fairly low pitch, so you're kind of in the same scenario where I've found the higher KV on the 1404s to work even better on 3.5-inch, just because all of the props, the few prop selections that we've got are low pitch. So yeah, 3-inch props are in a weird place. At some point here, Gemfan's going to do a prop with me, and I'm going to try to help that situation by putting out a higher pitch, not higher than 3052, that's for sure. The 3052s, those are not really a freestyle prop, those are a racing prop. What I want to do is a freestyle prop that's more pitchy than any of the other 3-inch freestyle props, because our motor selection is at a lower KV. The manufacturers have absolutely lost their mind, and again, with the whole, them doing everything on the hype train rather than making stuff that actually flies good, they have pushed this bullshit narrative that you need to go 6S on everything, when in reality 6S only benefits 5-inch rigs. Anything smaller than 5-inch and 6S is actually a really bad idea. It overstresses the ESC, and you get no benefit whatsoever. And there are actually some things about it that make flight performance worse. But unfortunately, they only care about, not only, that's mean, but they primarily care about making money. So if they can bang the hype train wagon, they can get everybody to buy shit that they don't need. And because of all of that, because of all this new emphasis on 6S, all the KVs on our motors have come down, and it sucks because, yeah, 6S is bad on micros. It literally is. Like, it is literally worse than 4S. It basically leaves you with a platform that is overly sensitive on the PIDs and the filtering, because of the extra voltage that it doesn't know what to do with, and it blows up ESCs much more often because of all of this extra voltage that it doesn't know what to do with. So, kind of annoying, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a CiottiFPV 333 halfway to hell prop sooner than later. I hope so. I've sent them all the specs. They're super busy, and I'm super small potatoes. So, it's a situation where if they have some downtime, if they, because it is a little bit of a hole in the market right now. There is not a really good 35-ish pitch freestyle 3-inch prop. So we'll see. Morton Upshot says, do we like the X12 board? A lot of people do. I have a second one coming. My first one did not last very long. My first X12 board died maybe 20 batteries in, but I've heard a lot of people saying that they're great. So I went out on a limb and I ordered another one off CiottiFPV last night, actually, and I'm going to give it another shot. It's going to be the platform for a jungle gym basher. I want to... I also have a set of 1002 23,000 kV Flywoo robo motors coming that I'm going to put I'm gonna basically rebuild my Mobula 7 ELRS, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna see if this will make a good, yeah, basher of jungle gyms. I'm also really curious about the Tinywhoop 0802 27,000, 28,000. I'm looking it up right now, actually. So Tinywhoop has an IGAO sponsored motor. It's an 0802 with a 1.5 millimeter shaft. I'm already planning on buying another set of these 0702 32,000s because they're just awesome. But they've got an 802 that's a really cool purple color. There it is. And yeah, look at them. They have a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft on them. I'm really thinking about snagging a set of these because 27,000 kV 802 is admittedly a little small for a 75 millimeter rig, but similar to the whole 1404 versus 1505 discussion that we just had, these 802s are 27,000 kV, whereas the Flywoo Robo 1002s are only, and these are the highest kV 1002s, they're only 23,500 kV. So yeah, I have a funny feeling that 23,500 kV might not be quite enough, and that so basically, here's, for anybody that's not intimately like familiar with how this works. The 1002 23,500 kV motor is technically going to be a better match for a 75 millimeter motor-to-motor Tinywhoop. It'll be a more well-rounded motor. It's a wider motor, so it's going to cool better. It's got more stator volume, so it's going to literally produce more power. But the kV being a little bit on the lower end, although with the 1.6 inch propellers that those 75 millimeter motor-to-motor rigs use, this is, yeah, it depends on the prop that you run, basically. How many blades and the pitch and shit like that. At 23,500 kV, I still have a funny feeling that that's not going to be quite enough kV. We'll find out soon enough, because I'm going to build them as soon as I get here, because I'm dying to know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll wait for it to come, throw it together, see if that's enough kV. If that's not enough kV, I'm getting a set of these 802 27,000s with the 1.5 millimeter shaft for sure. And now, with these 802s, that is not quite enough stator volume for a 1.6 inch prop. That's a long YouTube name right there. This is technically not enough stator volume, but and that would technically mean that they're not going to make enough power. But the kV is really high. 27,000 kV is actually too much kV. But what's nice about that is it's gonna, when you have a kV that's a little bit too high, you can make up for a little bit smaller of a stator volume. And what you end up with is a motor that when you stab the throttle, you can get more power than you would think from that stator volume. The problem is it'll overheat, but in a freestyle setting, that's usually fine. With freestyle, we fly around at about 30% throttle, 35% throttle, and then we just stab full throttle for like a quarter of a second or a half a second. And in that time, yes, these 0802s are going to overheat with a big-ass 1.6 inch propeller on them. But that's kind of okay, because we're going to come right back off the throttle. So you can kind of play this game, and with Tinywhoops, weight is really the enemy. We do not have Tinywhoop power systems that achieve 10-to-1 power to weight ratios like what we've got on 5-inch rigs and even 3-inch rigs, if you set them up right. So it's kind of nice to have a motor that's a little bit too small, because then it's going to be a little bit lighter and help with that power to weight ratio, and then have a KV that's too high. 27,000 is probably way too high. I'm probably going to have to pull that back, but that's easy. You just go into the PIDs tab and drop your motor limiting to 90%, 85%, 80%. Go out and fly it, see if it has enough power for you. So yeah, the Jungle Gym Basher project will be back. I did a bunch of flying and live streams about that towards the end of last year, probably like November. And I tried a bunch of different setups, and much to my annoyance, the Ultimate Freestyle Tinywhoop ended up being the most fun and the best suited. Can you fly a Jungle Gym with a 5-inch rig? Absolutely. But can you Matty flip like in between the individual monkey bars? Abso-fucking-lutely not. With 5-inch rigs, 3-inch rigs, all you're gonna do with a Jungle Gym is find the biggest gaps. Like the monkey bar section, you're just gonna go through that gap a dozen times. Well, then what? Like you go through it forwards, you go through it backwards, and it's like, okay, I'm done flying the Jungle Gym. When you fly the Ultimate Freestyle Tinywhoop at the Jungle Gym, you could put 100 batteries into it. It's absurd. It's the most amazing little area of gaps and like weird little angles and shit, and it's just ridiculous. So, but the problem that I've found with it is durability. The ground below the Jungle Gym is nice and soft, but the whole Jungle Gym is hard plastic and metal. And with 1mm motor, the only way you can get away with 1mm motor shafts is with this Ultimate Freestyle Tinywhoop build, which is incredibly lightweight. The only problem with this rig is that outside there's a little bit more wind than inside. So this being so light, the wind affects it like crazy. So the 75mm rig, I have high hopes for, because it's going to add a little bit of mass, and even just a couple of extra grams of mass will make a big difference in not getting kicked around by the wind quite so much. It's just about finding a motor and propeller combination that actually works well, because I've not really found one yet. I have found one, but it's with 1mm motor shaft motors, and they bend after like a dozen crashes because this rig is heavier. So yeah, with a 75mm rig, if you want good durability, you've got to have that 1.5mm shaft. And luckily Tinywhoop has given us a motor with that, which is pretty awesome. So I'm really tempted to snag a set of these right now, because I'm afraid you guys are all going to listen to this and be like, oh my god, he's right, and buy all of these. But I'll wait for the 1002s to come. B-Man says F40's still around. Are they really? Where? Daniel Smith says, thoughts on Happy Model Mo Beetle 6. Just ordered one. You want me to be honest, Daniel, and make you feel bad? Or do you want me to try to not make you feel bad? I don't do the whole try to not make you feel bad thing. The Mo Beetle 6 has, in my opinion, the worst of the AIOs. The Diamond ELRS AIO that comes with that thing, me and so many people have had such a hard time with. I've also heard from people where theirs has been indestructible, and I hope that's the one that you get. But yeah, the Happy Model Diamond ELRS AIO, I had absolutely no luck with. Mine was shot, just useless right out of the box. Brandon's Baked Beans had a little bit more luck with it. I sent it to him when I just gave up on it, and he was able to do a ton of black box logging and put like lower powered motors on it, and it worked. And he got it working, but I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in lower powered motors. The other thing about that board is it's only 0.5 gram lighter, and it doesn't give you a UFL so that you can run a proper video antenna. So it's a board that sacrifices absolutely everything for lightweight. And I would normally be okay with that, but they seem to have removed so many capacitors from it that you can't run higher kV motors. The higher the kV the motor, the more noisy the motor. And when you remove capacitors, you don't deal with noise as well. So yeah, it's a board that sacrifices horsepower for lightweight. And that's interesting. Like, I don't actually hate that. That is my philosophy through and through with in the world of motorsports, which is what I was into previous to FPV. So like, I get that, and I love that on one hand. I love that with cars. But one of the big reasons that I love that with cars is it makes them a lot cheaper, and cars are extremely expensive, especially to run on track. They're very expensive. With our quads, they're unbelievably cheap. So I'm not into that with quads. I would rather have a little bit more weight. I'd rather have a 0.5 gram to 1 gram more weight and what feels like damn near double the amount of power. That diamond board seems to only really like 19,000 kV motors, or maybe like 20, maybe even 22,000 kV motors. But now we're up into 32,000 kV, and it's just intoxicating. Like, to have a really lightweight 0702 motor on these rigs that makes really good power opens up a whole new world of three-dimensional kind of flying, and basically it allows you to do all the maneuvers that you do outside, all the stall moves and the momentum moves and stuff like that. And for me, that changes the game flying inside the house, and I'm just like, at the moment, I just don't need to go outside and fly. I can just sit here and I get like 99.8% of the flight experience that I do going outside and freezing my balls off and breaking stuff and, paying twice as much money. So Jay Barnes says, what's up? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Daniel Smith. I hope that you get one of the ones that works really well. You're probably not going to do a motor swap anyway, because you're required to direct solder the motors, and that's a total pain in the ass. So I'm going to definitely recommend that you not switch the motors out, because they don't seem to work with the higher kV motors. And just fly it for what it is. Like, it's just like the ultimate lightweight Tinywhoop. And there's something to be said for that. Like, the when Tinywhoops get really light, they fly an awful lot better. It's a shame that those motors aren't going to have. Here's the thing too. I've been flying for over 6 years. I've been building for that whole time, and I have really high expectations. You might get it. Lots of people have gotten that rig and are absolutely in love with it. They're all over Facebook, and every time I say anything remotely negative about that rig, they attack me as if they work for Happy Model. It's very strange. And they're on Happy Model's payroll, I guess. But yeah, you might like it. I've just had no luck with that Diamond AIO. I hope that you got it from a place that has a good return policy, because the reliability has been the biggest problem with that rig. I'm going to say this, if it doesn't work, if it's not perfect out of the box, send it back. If you fly 10 batteries through it and it blows up, send it back. Don't feel like you need to fix that thing. If you buy a bind and fly and it doesn't work perfectly for at least like 10 or 15 batteries, as long as you don't like really abuse it, or run it over or get it wet or anything like that, that's on the manufacturer, man. It needs to go back. Like, we feel like everything is our fault, and sometimes it is, but not always. And we need to have more of an expectation of a little bit of durability from this stuff that we're buying. So yeah, I'm gonna say that for you. Kiz Bartlett says, all my favorite motors have been discontinued. Isn't that a 21 Pilots song? Daniel Harmon says, hey, you gorgeous gangly man. YouTube did the thing. Scrolling back up. Come on. Oh boy. All right. I'm very behind. Let me go fast to try to get caught up. Although this is mainly like a Q&A stream, so it's okay to be a little behind. Again, Daniel Smith, I hope I didn't hurt you. I hate doing that. I really do, because like there's just nothing worse than like you do your research. In this case, probably on Facebook, and there's a bunch of people that are like, "Yep, that thing is awesome." And then as soon as you order it, your finger's not off the fucking button, you get like the one review that's like really well written, or the person that's just like, "Oh my god, are you an idiot? Why did you buy that?" And like, I'm sorry. The frame is gonna break. Replace it with a Meteor 65 frame from Beta FPV for sure. They're like $3 and they'll never break. Leave the motors alone. And I was about to say move it over to BT 2.0. Maybe don't move it over to BT 2.0, because that could be a part of the problem. That's, again, they went, what I think happened is that Happy Model just said, no matter what, we need to make this board lighter and smaller. I don't care. This is the big boss speaking to the engineers, right? I don't care what it takes. I don't even care if it doesn't fly. Just make it lighter and we can sell a whole bunch of them. And basically, I think they shrunk the board so much that they had to pull the motor power down and really rely on the resistance from the PH 2.0 plug. And they basically, like, they built this board that can just barely hang on for dear life in the exact stone stock configuration. And if you try to hop it up with more kV, with motors that are a higher kV, or a battery lead that's going to flow more juice, and this isn't the first time this has happened. This has bit Beta FPV in the ass as well. If you try to do any of that stuff, it just falls to pieces, right? It's like Ferraris were like this for a long time. Like, they were just super strung out, and they were super, like, at the bitter limit. And, like, if you put tires that were any more sticky than the ones that came from the factory, they would just fall to pieces. Lancia was also notorious for this back in the days of Group C Rally. They would build these cars that were super fragile, but they were super lightweight. The 058 is the best example of it. And like, Lotus was also guilty of this in F1. There's a Jim Clark, who's arguably one of the best F1 drivers to ever live. His mechanics, there's the fascinating interview with one of his mechanics where, so in Formula One, they'll always have 2 team cars and 2 team drivers. And one of the things that Jim Clark was super talented with was having a lot of mechanical sympathy. He was a mechanic before he got into driving, and so the head mechanic would say that he would look at the 2 cars, the 2 Lotuses that were very designed to be very lightweight, and with lightweight comes fragility. And he could always tell whose car was driven by Jim and whose car was driven by the other team driver. I forget who it is. It might have been a Franchitti. But yeah, Jim Clark was just very gentle on the car, and the components would show that. His car would show less wear. And it strikes me that that's what Happy Model kind of did with the Mobeetle. So don't upgrade it. Upgrade the frame for sure, because the frame that it comes with is going to break pretty quickly, and upgrading the frame is not going to affect the electrical system, the power system at all. But other than that, like, if you have to upgrade something else, upgrade the camera. Don't upgrade anything that has to do with the power. And that's going to be your best way of having that Mobeetle, not burn to the ground. But again, if you get that thing out of the box and it's not perfect, nope, don't play that game. Do not play that game. And if you fly a couple of batteries and you don't put it in the sink or anything like that, and it fails, that's not you, man. That it's not on you. Like, there's nothing that says, like, oh yeah, we're gonna sell you this equipment, and then the second that you plug a battery in, that's it. It's on you. You're on your own. Like, no, you don't have to click accept on terms that state that on any websites that I know of. So yeah, it's not your fault if that thing falls to pieces. If you put 40 or 50 batteries into it and it explodes, What I'm going to recommend that you do in that case is email whoever you bought it from and be honest. Tell them, hey, I'm roughly 50 batteries in and it's not working anymore. Is there anything that you can do for me? They're at least going to give you like a coupon code, and that's better than just, you know, sucking it up and eating it. But yeah, in general, be honest, right? Like FPV is a niche within a niche within a niche within a niche. None of the folks working at RDQ, well, I mean, the head guy at RDQ does have quite an expensive car, but most of the folks that work at these resellers are not, you know, they're driving Camrys and Corollas, a lot of them. So yeah, don't like lie, because we're all sort of in this together. Kiz Bartlett says, oh no, we got that. Daniel Harmon says, no, we got that. Jesse Garcia says, nailed it. 5 volt was the old logic level voltage. 3v3 is the current logic level voltage. Look at your boy. I know things sometimes. Hold on, let me just... Mmm, tasty. Sometimes I think you guys think I'm dumb, so let me just sit in this moment and just feel smart for a minute. Not all of you guys, but sometimes chat comments, like, I read them and I'm like, how fucking dumb do you think I am? Jesse Garcia says, same thing with the 5 volt requirement. That 5 volt is stepped down to 3v3. Most voltage buck converters need an input above their output before they brown out. Yeah. CiottiFPV says, thanks, brother. You're certainly welcome. This might sound insensitive, but whatever. Man, it's very sad. Like, don't look up a video of a cow with mad cow disease. It's super sad. But there's just something about, why did they have to call it something so funny? If it's so, like, horrible, why would they name it something that makes me giggle 100% of the time? That's the cruel thing here. I'm not a jerk. Whoever named it is a dick. I blame them. I'm not to blame here. There's someone in chat named Mad Cow Vermont. Where did his comment go? There it is. Well, no, his name is Mad Cow VT. I'm assuming VT stands for Vermont. Mad Cow Vermont says, what about higher voltage, less amp draw, and more efficiency with 6S? So here, first and foremost, here's something that you need to understand about 6S. 6S only, even on 5-inch rigs, there's not that much of an increase in efficiency with 6S. What happened when the FPV world went from 4S to 6S on 5-inch rigs was that most people went from 4S 1300 and 1500 mAh batteries to 6S 1300 and 1500 mAh batteries. And then they went, oh, I get like 8,000 minutes more runtime. Holy fucking hell. My rig is like 80 grams heavier, but I don't care. I get like 1,000 more minutes of runtime. And at first I was like, what is wrong with you? The battery weighs damn near twice as much. Of course you're going to get more runtime, but there's just, and I'm not saying that you don't understand this, Mad Cow, but I know a lot of people don't understand this. When the 4S 1300 means that there are 4 1300 mAh pouches. 6S 1300 means that there are 6 1300 mAh pouches. So, like, just as like a base level understanding, always make sure that, like, I just want to make sure everybody understands that, because that's a huge, to this day, I see people, so many people on Facebook that don't understand that, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't post on Facebook much, if at all, because of shit like that. Like, I can't. I can't get into an argument with someone that doesn't understand that. That is not a good way to spend my time. So let's make sure that we understand that, because that is where the majority of the extra runtime came from, and there's just this huge misconception with it, all right? On a 5-inch rig, which demands a huge amount of amps, 120, 130, 140 amps nowadays with these crazy motors we have, crazy power systems we have. Even on a 5-inch rig in a freestyle setting, there's actually not that much of an increase in efficiency with 6S, mainly because we only stab the throttle. Same thing we were talking about earlier. At cruising throttle, 6S is really no more efficient than 4S. It's not significantly more efficient. When you see the tests that show 6S is way more efficient than 4S, every single one of those tests is at 100% throttle. Next time you go out, point a camera at your sticks, or just put your throttle in your OSD, and record the entire battery that you fly freestyle, and then watch it back, and get a little stopwatch, and click that stopwatch on when you go full throttle, and click it off when you come off of full throttle. And what you'll notice is, over the course of a 3 or 4 or 5 minute battery, you are only full throttle for like 5 seconds. So absolutely, at full throttle, 100 plus amps, 6S for sure is significantly more efficient than 4S. But we just don't spend enough time at full throttle to get that efficiency increase out of it for it to be worthwhile, especially on the smaller rigs. On 5-inch rigs, I'm down. I fly 6S. One of the greatest things about 6S is not about efficiency, it's about a lack of sag. When you've got 30 seconds of battery left on 6S and you go full throttle, you're good, man. You get like 95% of the power that you would when the battery was fresh. And that's a big deal, admittedly. On the smaller rigs, that's not really true, because on the smaller rigs, the power systems are only asking for like 40 or 50 amps at full throttle, and that's not enough to benefit from 6S. So yeah, and when you look at the full throttle, the difference in efficiency at full throttle on a 3 or 3.5-inch rig, it's much, much, much smaller. And because it's so much smaller than over 100 amps in the 5-inch world, it becomes even less important. There are still, like, I think it's like 30+%. It might even be more than that. It might be over 40% of 5-inch pilots actually still fly 4S. Because it's really, like, it's when you compare apples to apples, and when you compare a 4S 1500 mAh battery to a 6S 1000 mAh battery, which weigh the same, the weight of the battery is basically how much milliamp is crammed into it. As long as you're looking at batteries with the same chemistry from the same manufacturer, it's a whole other conversation. But when you compare apples to apples, there's really not that much of a difference. And there's actually a lot of long-range guys that prefer 4S, but again, that's a whole other kind of conversation. So yeah, keep that stuff in mind. Great question, Mad Cow. Thank you for asking that question. It's really important for people to understand that, because it's a super, super, super misconception that causes people to waste a lot of money, and that's really annoying. So yeah, there you go. Ed K with a really good comment. I didn't even think of this. You can run a 5-volt VTX or AIO with a 1S battery. You just need a 5-volt step-up regulator. Thank you, dude. I that completely slipped my mind. So yeah, I think it was Off Axis that was asking. Yeah, you just got to get a separate step-up, which you can get them on Amazon. They're made by Pololu, P-O-L-U-L-U, the weirdest company name ever. P-O-L-O-L-U, Pololu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but P-O-L-O-L-U. That's what you need. Stavel says, when will CiottiFPV get his own Tinywhoop special Mobula 6 with a Purple Meteor 65 frame, 32,000 kV motors? They won't be 32,000. That's all I'll say about that. And they probably won't be purple either. Because, although that's not purple, that's blue. Right? That's blue. Jesse described this as purple. Yeah. I'm not going to say anymore. Slat FPV's in the house. What's up, homie? How are you? I couldn't help myself. I had to fuck with Slat. He put up a Facebook comment saying that basically anybody that, what did it say? It was basically saying that anybody that thinks DJI has too much latency either can't fly worth a shit or takes it up the butt. So I said I knew that I couldn't fly. Damn it. Because I'm still not on the DJI train. Although not because of the latency, because of the weird freezes when I slam into stuff. And then he said it's true, I hate your flying. And I was like, I knew it. I can't help myself a lot of times. Athix FPV says, the Diamond likes 25,000 kV motors too. If somebody can get it to run on 25,000 kV motors, that's, I love that for you. I don't know. That AIO, I've just heard from way too many people that are on their third and fourth and fifth ones, hand direct soldering the motors to each one. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Like, and to not have a UFL to put a proper antenna on there, like, that's super annoying. And there's just, it's only a half a gram lighter, and I'm just, yeah, I cannot recommend it in any way, shape, or form. If you guys want to, chase that extra half a gram, more power to you. But I'm never going to not trash on that AIO. If nothing else, having to direct solder Tinywhoop motors can just go to hell forever. It's just too goddamn small. And no. Put your head down on the desk. Put your big head down on the desk. If you choose to direct solder Tinywhoop motors, awesome. But to force people to do it, I'm gonna light your house on fire and eat you. Like a serial killer eat you. You don't be gross. God damn it. Eva FPV says, can confirm that 32,000 kV rig is magic. It really is. Yeah, both Eva FPV and Patrick flew the 32,000 kV 0702 motors and were like, what? Daniel Smith says they come with 25,000 kV now. No shit. Okay. All right. Fair enough. If they're putting 25,000 kV motors on them now, I don't know. My guess is whatever. That AIO can go to hell. Aaron Muller says BT 2.0 has been working fine on my Mode Beetle, but good to go not to up the motors because I was thinking of doing that. Aaron, I did not do enough testing to really equivocally, confidently say that. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But yeah, I would leave it exactly as it is and just run it for as long as it's willing to run. The AIO is made by Happy Model, so it's gonna blow up sooner than later. Like they make the worst AIOs, but they're also the lightest, and they perform significantly better, especially for freestyle flying. So we sacrifice durability for flight performance. Welcome to FPV. Off-Axis says, my Christmas giveaway Shendra and Squirt frame and props arrived in Canada today. I should have in the next couple of days. Very cool, Off-Axis. I'm super happy. I've had such a hard time shipping stuff outside of the U.S. Marcel won a whole bunch of stuff in the Christmas giveaway, and I was like, man, so help me God, if this package gets lost, I'm going to be pissed. Slat says, I just got into a deep text conversation with someone zoned out and heard you talking. I was like, who's that? OG Dr. Love is in the chat. He says, how do you fly and click the stopwatch? You record it. You gotta record, like I said, point a camera at your sticks and fly a battery, or just put your throttle in the OSD and DVR it, and then you gotta watch it back with a stopwatch. Or just watch anybody's video ever with stick cam that's flying freestyle, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Veritas Weasel says, I can only go full throttle on my 14S if she has no sag. Point. Is that a dick joke? Denzel the Terrible says it's a warm blue. Thank you. That's blue. It's not purple. Athix says blurple. Sleepy CBR says you should get some hats for sale on one of your stores. Hats are really hard to design. The design process for hats is kind of a pain in the ass. CMYK, you out there? Any interest in designing a hat? This is not the first time people have asked for hats. Slat says the comment was more for people saying it was unflyable, not that chose not to. Yeah, it's definitely not unflyable. That's a stupid thing to say. So, yeah, welcome to Facebook. And we're caught up on chat. Look at that. It only took an hour and 5 minutes. Let's do the giveaways, and then we can fly. How do I do the giveaways? What do I do? It's been 2 whole weeks. Almax says more like an electric blue. Yeah. Oh, you bastard. Really? Google Chrome, you deleted the effing window with all the... Oh, you jerk. Hold on. 1 window, 2 windows. Yeah, it deleted the window again. God damn it. Alright, hold on. I gotta make a new window and do all of this again. Because... Chrome... I feel like Chrome is more and more unstable by the day. I told myself that I was going to... on this Mac Mini, I told myself that I was going to start using Safari when I switched over from the 13-year-old rig to this one. And I used Safari for like 5 minutes and then threw up on my mouth a little bit. Just because like it was different, and you know, we fear change. PokeFPV, raffle.pokefpv.com is the little randomizer that I use, and it's free for anyone to use. Raffle.pokefpv.com. Here it is in the chat if you need a really cool randomizer. So I got that, and then I got to do Patreon. So yeah, if you want to get in on the 3 Patreon giveaways, you got to join like absolutely right now. CiottiFPV.com, click Patreon, join right now. $5 tier, $10 tier, $20 tier, or the $30 tier energy into everything. But yeah, you got to do it like absolutely right now because I'm about to start clicking the buttons. And I gave you warning earlier in the stream, but I know people come in late sometimes. All right, there's those 4 windows opened, and now I need to change the filters. Okay, so why is this monitor so fucking dirty? I think it's because I spit a little bit when I talk sometimes. Why is there no name on that? That's weird. Okay, so yep, we want that, and then I gotta come in here. And I can't show you guys this because it has people's personal information. So just hang on. There's that one. And then here's this one. Apply filters. And then here's the last one. And for this one, we want this, 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 and this. Okay, so that's everybody. And I'm going to pull this back here. Pull this over here. Pull this over here. Pull that over there. All right, we're good to go again. Veritas Huza says it's purple. Now! Denzel the Terrible says, what kind of hat, beanie, baseball? I have no idea. Whatever you guys want. It's good for us. Porno history. Nah, that happens in incognito windows. What do I look like, an idiot? All right, so let's... So, hey, one of the perks to joining Patreon is full Discord access. And over on Discord, in case you didn't know, there is a... that's a very kind comment, Michael D. I love that it helps you, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. There is a Patreon-only text channel in there called the Video Collective. And in there, you can post your flight edits for fellow Gangly Gangers to check out. Hey, by the way, Gangly Gang stickers are available. $5 for one, $10 for two, and I'll throw in an extra sticker if you get two. I have them in holographic and matte. Send me a PayPal linked over at CiottiFPV.com and put your address and tell me which ones you want, and I'll send you a Gangly Gang sticker. Yeah, you can put your stuff in, and other people will watch it. So and what I do, because I have to click some buttons on the giveaways to get them set, I play 3 of your guys' videos. So tonight, it's going to be an off-axis video, it's going to be an electric G video, and it's going to be a STAVL-FPV edit. Well, the STAVL-FPV edit we played last week, so it's only going to be 2. It's going to be electric G, and it's going to be off-axis. You guys are snoozing. You guys are sleeping on this shit, yo. Ah, no. I don't play these with your audio, because I don't want to get copyright donkey raped. Just moving some stuff around here. All right, here's the other one. All right. Hold on. Let me just scrub through this. Off-axis's video is line of sight. All right, we're gonna play a little bit of off-axis's video, but it looks like it's mainly line of sight, and the quality of these streams kind of sucks. So the majority of this is gonna be Bob Noxious's Apex Mini 3 with a hybrid. All right. And let me make sure I have everything I need here. All right, cool. Let me get these giveaways set. You guys enjoy some of your fellow Gangly Gangers flying around. I'm going to put some epidemic sounds over it. I'll be back in a second. Black hole and... All right, I'll be back. All right, yeah, I had a feeling off-axis's video was not going to make much sense without the audio. But here's a link to it. Go watch it. That's a cool looking little... I didn't realize that... I can't get into RC planes. I'm shutting this off right now. I can't. The last thing I need is to get into RC airplanes. Veritas Weezer says, all this talk of the... Oh, God. Time to get the armed drones in the air. Ed K says hats are easy. Just put your logo in the center, just like your water bottle. Use a patch maybe. Yeah, but the design, they don't like. Yeah, it's not that easy. You have to like download their design file, and it has to wrap. It's yeah, I looked into it, and it was more than I could handle. But maybe CMYK is willing to do it. All right, I got everybody set here. Let me hit submit on these to get the tickets all drawn. All right, there we go. So here is the thing in the place. And yeah, what you know about that? Can you even hear it? Barely. It's not very loud. Oh, what did he say? Danzo the Terrible offered to do it. All right, cool. I'm down with that. Kevin Sumner says, let's build 1 meter FPV wings, get into RC drift cars. Exactly what we need. All right, here we go. Oh, no! Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on, this is all messed up. Come on. All right. First up is going to be... Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm a dumb man. Hold on. Oh, no. Now I have that wrong. Hold on. Hold on, friends. I gotta fix this. I just hit the wrong button. Alright, there's that. And then I can close that. And then this. Perfect. Okay. Copy. Paste. Submit. Okay, cool. First up is the Tinywhoop and Toothpick tier. And the $5 a month patrons and the $30 plus a month patrons are playing for a whole bunch of stuff, actually. Get out of the bag, all this stuff. Full set of We Bleed FPV stickers. FPV Exchange card, of course. I throw those into everything. There's another We Bleed FPV sticker. Cool little We Bleed FPV magnet. Brain 3D holographic sticker. These cool little don't kill your fingers when you're removing propellers jib jabs that I've made, big and small. A whole bunch of 2.5-inch biblades. I think there's 2 sets-ish in here, in a bunch of different colors. Hold on, I gotta put this stuff back in here. Stay organized, friends. It's good for your soul. There are forms of meditation that are literally cleaning. Cleaning is a form of meditation, believe it or not. Do it, you'll see. A little UFO whip antenna. And a little male and female BT 2.0. Start to get yourself switched over. And another couple of stickers, Axis stickers. And the main item is a full set of 5, actually. 11.0, what are these? Toothpick motors, 4-bolt stators. 11.03 11,000 kV motors made by SkyStars. These look completely identical to Hype Train motors. I think SkyStars is not a company that makes motors. I think whatever the company that makes the Hype Train motors also makes these. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're just as good as Hype Train motors. So yeah, set of 11.03, 11,000 kV motors. Put these on 2S, and you've got an awesome little 2.5-inch toothpick. Eva FPV says, just build a sooner lifter, and then you won't have any money to get into RC airplanes. Yeah, why do you think I haven't built one yet? All right, here's all of the folks on this tier. Let's see who wins. The goat does not lie. His scream blows away all the tickets. I see CMYK FPV is still hanging around. Frank Nicholas is still there. Bobby Bags is still there. Bobby Bags just went away. CMYK is hanging. Oh, CMYK, you have won a bunch of fun stuff. I'm gonna write your name down and mail you your winnings. CMYK. Y. Okay. There it is. Congrats, brother. Next up, we've got the 3-inch micro brushless and Tinywhoop tier. Look at these new bags, yo. Don't you want to buy something big and get one of these bags in the mail? Right now, the only way to get one of these in the mail is to win something. But look, it even, when you fold it over, look. Tell me that's not the most satisfying shit you've seen in your entire life. Shout out to CMYK for doing the design on this. So cool. What do we got in here? This is the $10 a month tier, and 30 plus, of course. A bunch of the same stuff. Some stickers, some cards, the little grippy jib jabs, FPV exchange card, little Weebleed FPV battery strap, super lightweight, plastic buckle. 3 sets of HQ. Why don't they print the fucking info a little bigger? 3.5 by, I don't know, 3.5-inch props. I don't know what the pitch is, but they're the gray. They're the one. They're good. And then you're gonna get the you're gonna get a so hard to find BQE frame. BQE is still sort of around, but he's dealing with family stuff. So yeah, the website's still up, but like everything is kind of out of stock. Hopefully he'll be back. I haven't heard from him in a while, but I did hear from him a few months ago, and yeah, he's just dealing with life stuff. BQE is a side gig for him. This is a 2.5-inch pickpocket frame. BQE frames are like well known to be really tough and just really good frames. It sucks that that they're not all in stock because they're really good frames. So yeah, this is a kind of a coveted item I've been hanging on to for a while for a special occasion. Let's see who's gonna win it, god damn it. These are the beautiful people that are entered. One of their names is gonna not get blown away while the goat screams his big dumb head off. Propellant FPV is hanging in. Jesse Garcia just got blown away right before my very eyes. Kevin Sumner is still here. Look at that. John Godwin, you have won. Good job, my friend. John. Godwin. Congrats, brother. I'm gonna get your info off of Patreon and send you your stuff. Next up, we got the 5-inch tier. Let's see what's in this bag. Let's see what's in this big, beautiful bag. Oh, it sounds heavy! I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, man, at this point. Brain 3D holographic sticker. Some of the little grippy jib jabs. Axis sticker. FPV exchange card. These propellers are not to be used with the other item that you're going to win. I'm making that very clear right now. These propellers are for big motors. 2207s, 2208s, 2506s. Big boy motors for these propellers. If you've got a big boy motor, these propellers are hysterical. These are Gemfan 5152s. This is not right on the bag. These are 5152s. These are some of the most pitchy propellers ever made. And if you have a motor big enough for these will go 1,000,000 miles an hour. An actual 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's the damnedest thing. The sky erupts into unicorns and dildos rain from the sky. It's a whole great thing. So just run around. Ah! You're also gonna get though another sticker. I don't know. A set of 5 Sam Gook motors. Look, yo. Apparently you can still buy these. These are the lightweight Sam Gook 2206 2700 kV. If I remember correctly, these are the really cool looking ones. Are these the red ones? Oh, no. These are the light blue ones. Yeah. Sam Gook motors, yo. These are like the most notorious FPV motors ever. So yeah, a set of 5 Sam Gooks. What you know about that? Get your Sam Gook on. And you can even buy replacements. if these guys break. So yeah, that's what you're playing for here in the 5-inch tier. Let's see who's gonna win. Don't put that down yet. You gotta write somebody's name on it. The person's name that's gonna win is not gonna be blown away, that's for sure. I hit the wrong button. The goat screams, the propellers spin, Patrick Scott is there, Jim Leopardi is there, Frank Bernard, Flush FPV just got blown away, Metal Dirtskin's off on the right, he's hanging in, everybody else got blown away, Chopper FPV Blandon, Chopper FPV Jim, Chopper FPV Michael Jones, Chopper's gone, it's Blandon Ray, Metal Dirtskin, congratulations my friends! Write your name down here, send you some stuff. Metal Dirt Skin. Metal won on the Christmas stream, I think. I feel like I just sent him something. He's on the $30 and up tier, I believe, which is why he's won a couple times in a row. Hey, now! Now! Remember from before? Now. I'm saying it, now. Is the Super Chat and PayPal giveaway. Super Chats are great, but YouTube and Google take 30%. If you don't want 30% of your Super Chat to go to those monsters, head on over to CiottiFPV.com, and there's a PayPal button. And I'm going to be checking my PayPal here in a minute. Brian Lewis, welcome to the Gangly Gang. Brand new patron for tonight. Christopher King, ooh, he's trying to win. Christopher King's gonna win one of these weeks. He upped his tier. The item got away. Oh, yo, eBay. eBay and I, we have a real unique relationship. Rob K, thanks for joining the Gangly Gang as well on Sunday. And then Carlos Campos as well. Look at all you new patrons. Thanks, guys. Carlos Campos, welcome to the Gangly Gang, my friend. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Very cool of you. Patreon is how I can do this full-time, friends. The reason that I can do this much testing and streaming and all this stuff is specifically because of Patreon. So if you've got 10 cents a day that you can spare, it really means a lot. And it's literally the only way that I can do this. Otherwise, it's going to be like one stream a week like it used to be when I had a real job. All right, so this is the Super Chat and PayPal based giveaway. For $5, you can get on the you can get one ticket. For $10, you can get 2 tickets. What you're playing for is a whole bunch of stuff. We Bleed FPV koozie. Shout out to We Bleed FPV. They've been huge supporters. Your choice of an MMCX right-hand circular they're both MMCX right-hand circular polarized antenna or SMA 90-degree long left-hand circular polarized antenna. Your choice, not both. Set of M2 washers, which are staggeringly difficult to find. Set of M2 Nylox, those are easy to find. A bunch of stickers, same ones that you've been seeing. The full set of We Bleed FPV Tinywhoop stickers, FPV exchange card, We Bleed FPV magnet, the little motor grippy bastards that I've made for you, more stickers. This, which is one of my favorite new things in the world. This takes a little X-Acto knife blade, and there's a little lever on it to pull it back inside. This is the only way to not get stabbed and go to the hospital with an X-Acto knife buried in your flight bag. This is also magnetic. I have one in my flight bag, and I have one stuck to the front of my toolbox. This is like, I know it's a simple little thing, and I think that my dad had one of these because I remember this. This is just like so nice to have. It's just, sometimes it's the little things in life, and that's a good example of that. So you're gonna get one of them, and kind of expensive if I'm honest. This is my favorite BQE sticker in the world. This is a Ripsqueak sticker you can't get anymore, and then this is a yellow BQE sticker to go along with another BQE frame. This is another pickpocket frame. This is either 3-inch or 3.5 inch. It doesn't say on it. Usually there's a sticker on the bag that says what it is. But, yeah. Fresh, shiny, BQE pickpocket frame, either for 3-inch props or 3.5-inch props. That's up to you to decide. At least 3-inch props, let's say that. So that's what you're playing for here tonight, as well as CiottiFPV. Shout out to Dan. He will do a set of custom transmitter grip tape grips for you as well if you want a set for your transmitter, or if you have a TS100, he can do them for a TS100 as well. In whatever color you choose, you should pick CiottiFPV purple, or I'll beat you with a hammer. Your choice. It's up to you. Hammer, beat down, or get the right color. Get the fastest color, which is purple. So there you go. $5 gets you 1 ticket, $10 gets you 2 tickets. Let me start getting caught up here. Eva says somebody's going to clip that. I wonder what it was at 11:22. Marcel Alfaxis says it can be a full-time job clipping CiottiFPV clips. Jason Black says, are you turning into Dr. Strange, Dr. Pilot Supreme? I mean, I am pretty strange. B-Man says, the font is fine. Your eyes are getting old. Paul McDonald says, is that a dick joke? LOL. Oh, I know what you guys are going to clip. Yeah, just get it over with and do it. That's what she said. Eva FPV, no, we got that. Caught up. Marcel Alfaxis with a 2 Canadian Californian dollars super chat. Tinywhoop's in the house. What's up, Jesse? How the hell are you, my man? We're going to be flying in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be flying a bunch of batteries on the Pinchcam, the regular Pinchcam, not the meme Pinchcam. I'm going to fly a bunch of batteries on this tonight, and then I'm going to switch over to a rig with the Runcam Nano, and I'm going to see which, hopefully, I'm going to learn a little bit more about which camera I like better. I still think I'm a fan of the Runcam Nano 3 with the old school lens, but I have not put enough batteries through the Pinchcam to really make the call on that. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing here in a minute. Danzilla the Terrible with a 15 Canadian Californian dollars super chat. He says 2 tickets to paradise. You got it, Danzilla. Marcel, if you want to go on the wheel, another couple of bucks will get you on there. Let me start adding names here. We got 1 and 2. Danzilla, you are good to go. YouTube just did the thing, of course. Mutterton says, PayPal, I logged in just in time. I was soldering Tinywhoop motors. I'm so sorry for you having to do that, Metal. It just sucks a bag of donkeys. Off Axis says, Marshmallow Hunter sent money, check his message. He didn't tag you. If he did it via PayPal, I'll see it in PayPal. We'll be good. Off Axis says, remember friends, tag CiottiFPV when you chat to him. Thanks. Stavil FPV with a $10 super chat. He says 2 tickets to Purple Motors. Sounds good. Hey, Jesse. I'm probably going to snag a set of the... we were talking about this earlier. I'm probably going to snag a set of the 1.5 mil shaft motors. I'm going to try these on a Jungle Gym bashing 75 mil motor-to-motor rig. You'd said on the phone last week, I think it was, that this is purple. Can you make motors that are more purple than this, or is this as purple as anodizing can be? Just out of curiosity. McBuckus says, check your PayPal, 1 ticket please. You got it, McBuckus. Thank you, brother. Marcel dropping the Patreon link. Thank you, dude. 661 with a $10 super chat. It says, who said BQE? I said BQE. One of my favorite frame companies of all time. And I have a feeling that Bill will be back. I really do. Off Axis with a 5 Canadian dollars super chat. He's going on the wheel. And there he is. EVFPV says, do you know who did the oscilloscope testing comparing capacitor wire length and placement? Oh, god damn it. I don't. That was like 2 years ago. That was like just long enough ago where I have absolutely no idea who it was. But I'm pretty sure that it was either on an FPV Cycle video or on the FPV Cycle Facebook group. So I would check there. I think Bob had some involvement in that. Bob definitely didn't do the testing, but he was involved in it at some point. Grizz says, I'll get back in it soon, brother. Whenever, man. I don't want you guys to ever, put yourselves out. Real life is where your focus needs to be. I will never, ever, ever get upset with anybody putting real life first. Yeah, always understand that. Sleepy CBR wants 2 tickets with a 1050 PayPal. Thank you, brother. Getting you on here. And once, twice. All right, cool. And then we got a little bit of Frank Nicholas with a $20 PayPal. $10 for 2 entries, 10 for the Medicine Man Fund. Medicine Man Fund goes up to 210. Thank you, Frank. 210. And then let's get you on the wheel once, twice. Oops. There we go. Maggie, I got Maggie and I are watching Atypical. If you haven't watched Atypical on Netflix, you should. It's really good. And I've seen it all the way through, but the other night I was looking for something for her and I to watch, and I was like, oh, you got to watch this, and she's loving it too. So yeah, check it out. Topher Things with a $10 PayPal. He says, how many did you catch from those million-mile-an-hour props? I caught HPV from the million-mile-an-hour props. Don't tell Maggie that. Hey, all right, cool. So we're good here. This is a different email that came through right in the middle of everything. Metal Nerdskin with a $10 super chat. He's going, not super chat, PayPal. He's going on the wheel 2 times. Thank you, Metal. Thank you, Topher. Man, I keep clicking in the wrong spot over here. And there we go. Mick Muckus going on the wheel. There's his ticket. Thank you, brother. Got you on there. All right, Jesse Garcia, 2 tickets for the and $10 for the Medicine Man Fund. Thank you, Jesse. Get you on the wheel once, twice, and then let's get some Medicine Man love. All right, good deal. And then we got a little bit of Jacob Montana has sent $20, no comment. I'm gonna put you on the wheel 2 times, Jacob, and then I'm gonna assume that the other $10 was for the Medicine Man Fund. Thank you, dude. But if the other $10 was for like cocaine, just let me know, and I'll try to find someone that sells cocaine. Not that I would know. I've never had any interest in anything like that. Kevin Sumner with a $50 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, respin on the wheel 2 times. Give the rest to your local medicine man. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Kevin. Super generous. Jesus. Respin going on the wheel 2 times. And then the other 40 goes to the man with the medicine plan. 270. Hell yeah. There it is. All right, we got some super chats to get caught up on. Marshmallow Hunter says, thank you. It'll be from Jacob Montana's. First time doing PayPal with this. Nope, you're good to go. Thank you, dude. Phil Adams says, sky's the limit with anodizing. I had a feeling. Kevin Summer says, do you think your doctor would... I mean, they kind of have to, right? Lewis H says, give my tickets to someone else. All right, first person that wants Lewis's 2 tickets. 1 ticket per. First person to say me gets... First 2 people to say me gets Lewis H tickets. Lewis, thank you. That's very cool of you. Chris Long says, PayPal. I think I should have you on here, Chris. Right? Chris, did I put you on yet? Frank Nicholas says me, but Frank, you're already on here twice. I think. Yeah, you're already on here. You're only allowed to be on the wheel twice. Marcel says that Marshmallow Dude wanted stickers and an entry. Farts. I deleted it. There was no address in there. Marshmallow Man, shoot me a message somewhere, Instagram, Facebook, and just say, yo, I PayPal'd you for 2 thingies. Here's my address. Let me know if you want the matte or the holographic, and I'll hook you up. Daniel Harmon, you're going on the wheel, and Kiz Bartlett, you're going on the wheel too. And it looks like things have slowed down enough where we're going to spin the wheel. All right, Dan and Kiz, you guys are both on there. Here's the list. If you're not on there, make sure you let me know as quickly as you possibly can, because I think I should have everybody. All right, so if you don't see yourself, let me know. We're going to spin the wheel in like 30 seconds. Marshmallow Hunter says taco. Denzel the Terrible says Taco Cat. Marcel off axis says, don't let me use your money for cocaine. I don't know, man. Hard drugs have just never seemed like a good idea in any way, shape, or form to me. It's like there's so many other things you can do, and they're like expensive. I think, you know, I don't know. Like, I get being curious about stuff, but like, ooh, I mean, there's curiosity, and then there's just like doing something real dumb. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out. I'm going to continue to miss out. Sorry. 10 seconds, I spin the wheel. Doesn't look like anybody is objecting, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to click get messages over on my email one more time. And I'm going to mark this email that came in the middle of those as unread, because I just want to check it and make sure all is well for these live stream cycle cup races that they're cycling races that they're bringing me on again this year. 3 events, Miami, Atlanta, and Denver. Super psyched. Miami on March 25th. Atlanta, 5/13. Denver, 8/13. They were like, oh, we're so excited to have you in DC. I'm like, don't even say that. Don't even say the D word that rhymes with phone and the other word in the same sentence. They'll come to your door and get you. Denzel the Terrible says you ain't missing anything. And the truth comes out. Lambo Drive Zambo FKA Water Echoes. There's the full name. Not missing much. Just run around block with a dragon you'll never catch. Oh, God. Yeah, see, I hear stuff like that about psychedelics, and I'm like, yo, I can't handle that, man. I can't. Like I've heard really positive things about mushrooms, but then I hear like one bad thing and I'm like, nope. Steadfast says, what do you think of the Mob 1S 7 versus the 2S version? Thinking about ditching 2S for the 1S. It depends on what you want to do with it, Steadfast. But I think 1S is the way to go, to be honest. All right, nobody is objecting, so I think we got everybody on the wheel. We're good to go. Let's, this button, and this button, and Cortez says, you must not be seeing my post. Cortez, what's up? You should be on here. I think I added you, Cortez, right? Are you not on here? Why do I not see Cortez on here? Cortez, how did I miss your post? I see you said wow. That's the only one I see is wow. If you're trying to post a link, YouTube won't show me your post. I was second to say me. Oh, were you? I'm sorry, Cortez. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's that? Where are the me's? There they are. Boop, 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 boop. I got Frank. Cortez, I'm showing you as third. And I gotta go by what was in here. So yeah, I got you as third. That's weird. You're not seeing yourself as third? I always kind of wondered about that. I always wondered if, because like when you hit return, it immediately shows it on your chat, but it's gotta go into outer space. Maybe outer space, maybe not. But yeah, I gotta go by what my chat says. Sorry, brother. Here we go. And somebody's gonna win the stuff. That person's name is written on the goat's anus. Look, it's written down there. What if it was? It's a magic trick. Metal Dirtskin's up top. Sleepy CBR isn't there. Metal Dirtskin got blown away. It's Sleepy CBR. Congratulations, dude. You gotta tell me which antenna you want. Do you want MMCX right-hand circular or left-hand long SMA? And then Sleepy, I'm pretty sure you're a patron, so I can probably get your info off of Patreon. But if you're not, you need to message me on the internet, wherever you'd like. Left-hand long. You got it, brother. Yeah, you got to message me and give me your address, but I'm pretty sure you're on Patreon. CBR. Congrats, everybody. Let's fly some Tinywhoops and talk about the different camera options. Over on Patreon, in the Tinywhoop and Toothpick group, also known as the Soup Group. Who knows what movie Soup Group is from? I'll be kind of impressed. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. Maybe it's not that deep of a cut because it's a really funny movie that I think most of you guys have seen before. But I'll be pretty shocked if anybody. Yeah, they are the same color for left and right. Soup Group. Here we go. What were we talking about? The word group. Group. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Sure, it wasn't that important. Let's fry. This is my Tinywhoop rig, as I call it. Meteor 65 frame, dyed purple by Jesse from Tinywhoop. They're 0702 30,000 kV motors, Gemfan biblade propellers, Happy Model F4 full-size board, the little lightweight, I can't think of the name of it right now, antenna. The farts. What's the name of it? I feel like a broken down old man when I can't remember words. I'm not gonna look at chat. I'm gonna figure it out myself. I have one sitting over here. I can just look at it. It probably has the name printed on it. Tinywhoop. Small. SMOL. The League. That's a good guess, B-Man. It's not. It's a movie though. Stavel's gonna see me at Soup Group. Yeah, it's got the small antenna. It's got the Tinywhoop pinch camera and the pound mount. Cool. Let's smash it into stuff.
Welcome to OpenT.
BT 2.0 as well, and we're going to be running the folded cell 300 mAh batteries, but you already knew that. All right, so we're just going to spend a bunch of time. Not of this world says juxtaposition. I mean that is a word that would have worked the other day, but I'm not smart enough to have been thinking about that word. Here we go. Putting some time in on the pinch camera. This is in a 15-degree pound mount. When I do this Tinywhoop order for the another set of the 32,000 kV motors and those 1.5 mil motor shaft motors, I'm gonna get a 20-degree and a 25-degree and a 30-degree pound mount. I missed it. Oh boy! Because I think that this. See how there's so much frame in view? I don't like that. I don't like how much frame is in view with this 15-degree pound mount. Good lord. One of the things that I kind of like about the Runcam Nano 3 is that it's not quite as wide of a field of view. And because of that, there's see right there, I'm not used to this up tilt, and that's why like I planned on driving into the cube and then flipping out of it like I just did, but as I was getting ready, I pitched back so much that I didn't even make it into the cube. That's a surefire sign that this is less up tilt than what I'm used to. Not that that's that's not a bad thing. Like I could totally get used to this. But for trying to evaluate like which camera I like the best, I want the up tilt to be as similar as possible between the rigs that between the two rigs. Oh boy. Oh god, I knew that was off off center a little bit. Oh shart. This is going to be hard to get out of here. Or not. Ah! Oh. Soup Group. Nobody knows what movie Soup Group's from? Oh boy. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 Stop it. It's under a cord. Alright. Walk of shame. Shame, 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 shame. That's over by the heater, too. I should not be, like, banging it around. I should be running to get it so it doesn't melt. My initial impressions of this camera are that I fly completely fine with it. Like, I tend to not really care about, like, oh, this camera looks better. It's all about, like, how I fly. And if I fly better with one camera, I don't care if it looks like ass. I guess I kind of do because I am live streaming this stuff. But these cameras all look good. So the decision for me, like the decision is, which one do I fly better with? Because there's usually gonna be a camera that just like tickles your pickle in a special way, and you know, there's usually, if it were only true, there's typically gonna be a camera that just connects with your brain better than another, and that's the one that you want to run. So yeah, and that's, I mean, I tend to try to like evaluate everything that way. Like, do I fly better with this? And if the answer is yes, and it's not like drastically less durable, or you know, there's not some other deal breaker, that tends to be my number one, you know, highest priority donkey. What do you guys think of this Pinchcam? Can you tell that it looks any different from the Runcam Nano 3s that I'm usually flying? Oh god, easy, easy. Easy, easy. I think it looks really good. I mean, the little... Oh, again, so in the Discord, over here in the Discord... That's not the Discord. Those are text messages. Hold on. On the Discord, there is a text channel called Toothpick and Whoop. And in there, Jesse from Tinywhoop made this excellent little image with screenshots from my live stream the other night where I compared all these cameras. And you can open this up nice and big in a browser. See down here, open in browser. You can click that, and then open in a browser, and you can look at it really big. And you can take a look for yourself at what the different lenses are. Look, we're looking at a Tinywhoop pinch camera through a Tinywhoop pinch camera at a screen grab of a Tinywhoop pinch camera. So yeah, you can kind of take a look there and figure out which one you like the look of best, or not. Do whatever you want. I don't really have an opinion. Like, there are things that look better on one versus another, and I'm kind of like, yeah, okay. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave the decision to which one connects better with my brain. But for right now, I got this little cube in a... Man, it's just right in the face. I got this cube in a different spot. I know I can do this... little maneuver. Oh! But what I'm interested in is doing it sort of the other way and landing it. The sound that the gates make when you hit them is real satisfying. Like, kind of doing that, and then, like, will I land in it? Not quite. Stop it! Uh-oh, ladder life. No, no, no. Relax. Everybody relax. Hey, I finished up a Tinywhoop edit last night. What do you guys think of that on the laptop? I'm going to put it up tomorrow here on the channel. I don't think I've done a full-blown Tinywhoop edit before. Oh, yo, look. Look what I got hooked up right now. No more Super Nintendo. We're into the We're into the 2000s. A little PlayStation 2 action. My PlayStation 1 doesn't work, yo. I'm kind of like heartbroken because it was modded. My dad modded my PlayStation 1 when I was a kid, and I have all these games that are burned, but it's not reading them. I haven't done any research into what fails on PlayStation 1s though, so I gotta do some Googling. Oh, rejected! In the face. Oh boy. In the face. Oh God. All right, let's get up in here. See if there's any difference in like my ability to navigate little tight spaces. Because I'm usually pretty good at winging it out of this drum set. Yeah. Yeah, alright, so kind of impressive that there wasn't much, if any, of an adjustment period with this camera. Like, that's a really good sign, especially with the fact that the field of view, I'm sorry, not the field of view, the up tilt is definitely different with this than I'm used to. I'm used to much more up tilt. No, no, no. Don't you dare. Don't make me walk. Please, no. Hold on. Can't I just... Aren't you close? Don't. Damn it. Oh man, that was wedged under there. Alright. Burn CDs go bad after a long time. Was that you? I also had a modded PS1 back in the day. 661, I actually used to work for a company that pressed and manufactured CDs and DVDs. We sold a premium line of CDs and DVDs. There have been reports that cheaper burn CDs are not holding up all that well, but we used to sell a line of like archive grade. They were a little more expensive CDs and DVDs that we didn't actually manufacture CDRs and DVDRs. We manufactured pressed discs at disc makers. We were told by the manufacturer of the premium DVRs and CDRs that we sold that they were good for up to at least 100 years. It was all about the foil coating and the lacquer that they put up on top of the foil coating. I have seen news articles, though, about burned CDRs and DVDRs falling apart, and to like check your collection now, and hopefully you can get the data off of them. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing that affects me too. I've lost data on CDRs and DVDRs. Luckily, it's just like old stuff. It's like old, just stupid shit. Like I don't know. I like nobody wants to lose old data, but I've lost a lot of old data over the years, and I'm alright. Like, it's like I don't want to, and like there might be a point in my life where I'm like, oh man, I wish I still had that, but it's not like once a month I'm like, oh man, those 10,000 images I lost between the years 2006 and 2009 or whatever it may be. It's ruined my life. I'm never gonna recover. Oh my god, in your face! Oh! We're going for a ride. Let's go upstairs for a minute while the battery's charged. So we can wake the family up. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh god, why? Why would I... like, my brain was like, oh, we're upstairs now. We can just gun it. Yo, what do you guys think? Look. This looks stupid with the sim rig all collapsed, doesn't it? I moved this IKEA cube to the right here. and I've been folding up the sim rig, but I think it looks dumb. I think I prefer it, like, I don't need this space here. I don't need this space, right? So I think it makes more sense to move this IKEA cube back to the left and then to leave the sim rig folded down. Because it's kind of cool looking when it's folded down. When it's folded up like this, it just looks like a horrendous big donkey. The reason why it's important that I figured out is that I've got a bunch of artwork that I want to put up on this wall. But I'm waiting, because if I'm going to leave it collapsed like this, then I want to line up the artwork here. Whereas if I leave it down, I'm going to put the artwork, you know what I mean? A little bit over. I think it needs to be down. I think it just looks so dumb like this. It looks, I think, even Maggie was like, yeah, it looks cooler when it's down, collapsed, extended. These are only the 30,000 KVO 702s, yo. Yo, did you see that? The Pidley, I rearmed it at a specific moment where it was like sitting up on its nose, and it was basically in, oh, I don't have launch mode turned on this rig. Oh man. It was basically like in launch mode for a second there. That was kind of cool. Let's fly around in Horizon. Ew, never mind. Oh god, what is this janky shit? Let's fly around in Horizon. Oh god, it's so weird. Ooh, ew, ew, ew. Ew, look how bobbly it is. Oh god. Oh god, it's a nightmare. Oh, get me out of this shit. Okay, we're out of Horizon. Oh! Ooh, impossible power loop. Wait, no, the impossible power loop is kind of ruined now. I took the double bass pedal out, and I moved the hi-hat over. And now there's not really a gap. There is a little gap. Okay, got it. Impossible power loop. Almost did it. Almost did it. Second try, here comes. We got enough battery voltage, I think. Man, this is way harder now. This is a much smaller gap. Here we go. Got it. Oh, so close! What was I, on top of the... I think I was on top of the chair just now. Oh, 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 new gap, new gap. We gotta shoot the new gap. Here we go. New gap coming. Oh, the new gap is so small! Don't... Really? Oh, yo! That felt good. Oh, I couldn't ask for twice. What? That doesn't make any sense. I couldn't have gotten lucky. Oh, okay. Mouth has lost the chat. Ooh, God, that hit hard. Oh, no. No, what? Leave me alone. Let me be. 3 minutes 50, we coming home. This camera is totally fine. Like there's no real adjustment for me with this camera, which is pretty awesome. Because I think it is wider field of view. Veritas Uza says, are those Atlas stands and the Latin percussion cowbell that I see there? Yep. What type of drum set do you have? Do you play in a band? No, I haven't played drums in about 20 years. I've been kind of noodling lately, but the whole band thing, I don't know. It's an awful big time commitment. So that is a Yamaha. It's the most cock rock drum set ever. It's glorious. It's a Yamaha Pro V. I'm gonna get stuck. It's a Yamaha Pro V Special. It's like their ultra, like 80s metal drum set. No, I'm stuck. Oh, almost. No. Whatever. I was close to being able to show it to you, but it's right there. The tag is right there. And then it's like it's a steel snare, And it's a big, the bass drum is gigantic. Everything is gigantic on this drum set. It's like a 24 or 26 inch bass drum. It's massive. Big, deep tom, floor tom. Big, deep 12 and 13 inch toms here. Oh, there's one of the badges. There it is. I'm sorry, Power V Special. Power. Yamaha Power V Special for all your cock rock needs. Yeah, it's a big sounding drum set. Yeah, I've got Remo pinstripes on it to try to get... It's very resonate-y. So I've got Yamaha pinstripe... not Yamaha. Remo pinstripes on everything. I probably need new batters on the bottom. Sorry, Rezos on the bottom. Let's see if I can see what the Rezo heads are. I think they're Remo. Get up in there. Get up in there. Remo Weather Kings. Yeah, so I mean... Uh-oh. Yes. And then really nice Yamaha hardware. And then paste cymbals. My hi-hats are amazing. They're paste, or pasty, however you want to pronounce it. 13-inch dark crisp. Oh, God, they're so dark and so crispy. And then, yeah, on the auxiliary stand, these are two LP jam blocks. And then I'm inside a cowbell. And then the LP cowbell with that plastic shit on it. And there's a little 10-inch splash, 10-inch pasty signature splash right there. And then this is a 17, I want to say, 17-inch full crash. There it is. And then this is a one of the starter cymbals, which is really thick. If I had some money, I would swap to a paste signature crash, because this is just like a really thick, really loud crash cymbal. Ah! It's hard to play the drums without crashing. It's like I get one good hit, and then it bounces me off when I go flying. See if I can get snare and then tom. Oh, God! Hold on. No, no, no! Stop it! Stop it! Hold on. Try to get a snare and then tom. Here we go. Ah! I wasn't planning on hitting the floor tom, but alas. Oh, God, no! It jumped up a notch, didn't it? Oh, I was trying to, like, muscle it into the gate. Never muscle it, friends. Just go with the flow. God, that is hands down the tightest gap in all the land. Uh-oh. Oh, you dirty newbie drone gates. Oh, hi. It's my hairy ass arm. Whew! My eyes are getting warm. Show us how you do a drum roll. All right, hold on. I'm going to do the drum roll. Not of This World says, CiottiFPV says I don't play drums anymore. My whoops play them for me. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, drumming was my very first obsession. I started playing drums at like 9 years old. I got many years of private lessons with one of the better jazz drummers to ever come out of New Jersey, Tony DiNicola. And, wait, no, there's launch mode. What? Where is it? What? You guys saw it, right? Launch mode was there. Where is it gone? Will it fall? Wah! Alright, we're going to do a drum roll. Ready? Drum roll time. I can only do it here. Alright, hold on. Ready? Here we go. Oh, God! It's hard. You got to get it, like, perfectly centered. Or you got to have, like, no pitch or roll on. That's too difficult. And you can barely hear it, too. Oh, God, I missed. No. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Oh, I have to stand up. No. I hate standing up. Wait, let's just try again. Let's just try again. Hold on. No, hold on. Hold on. Ah! Vertel Susan says, Remo. Yeah, my drum heads are all Remo. Was I saying something different? Wouldn't surprise me. Hey! Kiz Bartlett says, I'm in a Tinywhoop soup group. Someone asked how to fly super tight, super fast orbits like T-Dog, Whooptopia winner. They said don't say stick time. How do you approach that? Yeah, no, stick time is a stupid answer. It's more throttle, more pitch, basically. Like you want to go, you want to orbit. Do I have a spot where I can orbit in here? Not really. Like an open spot to do orbits. I mean, like, so we'll kind of orbit the coffee table, right? So it's like, this is minimal pitch, minimal roll. We're coordinating our sticks. We're left on yaw, left on roll. If you want to go faster and tighter, you just add more throttle, add more everything, add more stick input. More yaw, more roll, more pitch forward. And that's gonna... You just want to, like, think about the dynamics of the quad. Like, you can even take the little Tinywhoop in your hand and just, like, do it. Literally, like, you know, a little tight, like, not much angle, slow. A whole bunch of angle, a whole bunch of pitch forward, a whole bunch of roll. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna just be tighter. I mean, I guess stick time is really the answer, because it's hard. It's hard to do that. Like, it's hard to come in, and I'm not good at it. I'm certainly not good at it. But I can't, like, stay in it. But, yeah, it's about putting the nose down more and putting more roll input in, putting more yaw input in. So I try to fly very flat, so when I do that and I start adding throttle, my elevation goes up and I crash. Oh no, don't fall down behind. You've already fallen down behind, haven't you? Well, that's it, falling down behind. Yeah, I ain't a racer. I never will be, never want to be. It's not really all that fun to me. It's just frustrating as hell. But alas, we've all got our things that we enjoy. Ah! Oh my god. That is the most satisfying thing in the fucking world. Ah! Ah! I tried to cheat it and rearm it really quick, like. Oh, the second one got me, you bastard, you. Oh god, where am I? Too close. Oh god, what was that? I for like thought the couch would move. It didn't. It didn't move, that couch. It stayed in the same place. Okay. Let me get caught up on chat real quick. Kevin Sumner says, shame, shame, see what you did to my brain. Right says, as well as you, Elon Musk believes there's a better camera to hook up to our brains as well. Yeah, he's trying to put cameras in eyeballs, isn't he? Especially if you burn them fast burns. Yeah, they don't leave dark enough marks in the dye. Veritas said, no, we got that. Eva says, decorating with a Tinywhoop. Off Axis says, CiottiFPV is his own band. Drum roll, Not of This World says, no, we got that. Go-Kart Mozart says maybe someday will somebody make it possible for you to see YouTube chat in the HD zero graphics for streamers. That'd be pretty cool. Bert's Uzo got that. Sets very similar, except drums are Ludwig, cymbals are Zildjian. Nice. Kiz Bartlett says I only asked because I felt like a dick, but it seems like your recommendation is still comes back to you need to know your quad and you need to fly it and understand your shortfalls. No, I mean the real answer is more throttle, more pitch, more roll, more yaw, and I mean like yeah, sure you can say. You can make a generalization, but the real answer to the question is very specifically like you need to add more of those inputs because you need to rotate the quad quicker around the thing, right? And the only way to do that, keep flipping all the way over. Watch what happens to you. Oh, I hit the top of the cube like a jackass. Yeah, the real answer is the sticks need to get pushed harder. And it's like a weird answer, but I mean that really is it. Like if I was gonna learn to do that, that's what I would be working on. I would just be telling myself over and over again, like nope, push more into the sticks, push more. Oh, good! That is the most satisfying of the power loops in this place for sure. Oh, I missed the cube by just a little bit. Ah, I missed it again just by a tiny little bit. It's so hard to get the Matty flip down into the cube. I got it on that one, though. Look at me go. Oh, and I blew the power loop. The power loop is really no easier. These power loops through, like, a static gate hanging... Okay, almost put it into the TV. Yeah, I think it's actually harder than doing the Matty flip down into the cube is pretty difficult. But you can kind of see what you're doing for the majority of the movement. Where the hell am I? I know where I am. But yeah, everybody thinks that Matty flips are just like the most difficult shit in the world. They're really not that bad. It's just the opposite of a power loop. It's just that like the part of the move, a different part of the move is blind, and you're just less used to that, I guess. But yeah, they're really not all that hard. Once you like do a bunch of them, it's just kind of like, oh, this ain't too bad. But it is, oh, come on now. It is a little bit more based on timing than a power loop. Power loops you can kind of spot more easily. Jesus. Air mode is upset tonight. I love when I do a Matty flip and it like, oh, I'm under wires again, aren't I? And it bounces on the ground like perfect. World's shortest little split S. Here's some... Oh, no, not again. Not again. Get me the... Yes. So here's a tip for you. When you're trying to do... If you're trying to do split S's, give yourself the most possible time by coming in really low. Come in really low, blip it, and now you've got the maximum amount of time that you're sailing up in the sky to spot the landing and then bring it down. So nice and low, up, and then it'll make it seem like a bigger split S, and it'll just fuck you with a file, you dirty rat hoe. It'll give you more time. All right. 2 batteries left. It's 12:15. Let's get some music going. Oh, shit. Oh, it's about to get reeled. Oh, boy. This means war. I don't know. Fucking really? Right now? Ah. Oh no, come on, battery, come unplugged. One more battery on this rig, and then we're gonna go to the 32,000 kV rig with the Nano 3. Here we go. Scumbag. Oh, that gap. Oh, shit. Oh god, oh fuck. God, no, come on. That was fun. Oh wait, I forgot that little trick I was trying the other night. 45? Oh, the song's still on. Nope, different song. No! Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. No! Oh no! Shit! Ah! Ah! Come on. No! No, you dirty hoe! No! I hate you! Fuck. Oh no, don't you start now! Oh, I thought I could make it through that absurdly small little gap. Ah, that was just throw it in there and see what happens. Oh God! Just like my ex-wife. Actually, no, not at all. Oh, you fart! That was dumb. Oh, I didn't think it was going to go in there. No! I was hoping it would slide a little bit more. No! A lot of times I just I will it. but my will is not strong enough. Oh god. Alright, switching rigs. I'm just gonna stay like in the little flowy here. Last battery. Battery. Come on, goddammit. Oh, I hate when these BT 2.0 plugs get jammed on. Ooh! Ah, there we go. Jesus. $32,000 kV. Here we go. Oh! Ooh! Smells like fish. Fuck. Oh god! No. Missed it. Oh! No. Get out from under the wires, you jerk. Stop it. No! I'm kind of like rushing it. Come on. Nope. Woo! Got lucky on that one. No. This is the different up tilt is definitely fucking with me. I don't really notice much of a difference in the cameras though. Oh wow, so I did notice a big difference there. It did not adjust quick enough for me to be able to see where the hell I was going. Woo! Shit. I don't know why I just did that. I was looking right at it. Oh, I almost hit that. No. Oh my god. Oh, I just missed it. No. No. Don't break anything on the bar cart. Ah. Oh, it was armed. I just expected it to be all jacked up. Ah. Try on this one. Come on. Nope. That's it, friends. I need to get the I need to get the up tilt closer to really be able to like evaluate this. What do you guys think? Can you guys tell a difference between the two cameras? I kind of can't. I gotta be honest. I don't. That just felt like flying, and then every so often I would think that I was going to be moving forward more, but I wouldn't, and I would just be stopped. And that's the different. I'm used to a different up tilt. Yeah, I'd be interested. Can you guys really see a difference? I might actually watch this stream back. Interesting. Both cameras are really good. Really, really good. There's I mean, although admittedly you can't get this camera anymore. I should really be... No, I mean, because this is for me. This comparison is for me. I was about to say I should really be comparing the Pinchcam to the new generation Runcam Nano 3 with the worst lens. But it's... I don't know. Veritas says, dude, that is so cool. You managed to fly everywhere, but through the loops. I could never have done that. Yeah. I'm good at that. Thanks for hanging, friends. Hope you got something out of the camera testing. I'm going to keep doing it because, yeah, I feel like there's... What I really like about... Where the hell did it go? What I really like about the Pinchcam is the pound mount, and that you can lock in your up tilt. You buy the pound mount 20 degrees, and you've got 20-degree pound mounts for, you know, like all your up tilts are locked in at 20. The only thing I don't like about the Mobula 6 canopy is that the up tilt is adjustable and it moves. So you'll, when you crash really hard or when the antenna shifts, it'll change the up tilt very slightly. And that's no good. Up tilt changing really messes me up. Oh, hey, I am going to try the Flywoo. The Flywoo 1S Nano Cam. Apparently this is the Runcam Nano 3, but with a better lens on it. So, yeah, and I mean, for 14 bucks, like, it's kind of crazy to not just give it a quick try. And it looks like you can hook up a camera, control board thingy to it, which is pretty slick. So, yeah. It's, maybe it's good. I'm going to snag a couple of these, maybe. Thinking about doing a non-cockroach framed tiny lifter. I don't know. I've heard this thing is good, but I really can't justify spending $100 on a fucking AIO. But I need to add some stuff to this order. Just these two things are not enough for free shipping, and I'll be damned if I pay for shipping. Am I right? Thanks for hanging, friends. See you on Whoop Wednesday. Have an awesome Tuesday. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Be good. See you at 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm going to hop on the sim rig. I haven't simmed in a few days. I don't know. Be good, friends. Treat your fellow humans well. And they'll treat you well. Maybe. Even if they don't. You'll feel better for having treated them well. Bye-bye!